Buffalo Bills are questioning these 5 players during training camp, and I want to go one by one and discuss things and how instrumental these players actually are for a successful 2024 season. And I think the first and obvious one here is Von Miller, veteran. Von Miller getting a little bit up in age. Bills splurge salary cap wise on Von Miller, albeit he did take a pay cut for this upcoming season, but he is coming off an ACL injury. He kind of started seeing flashes of himself last year, but again, did not record a sack in 2023. A lot hinges on the shoulders of Von Miller, especially defensively, knowing that we parted ways with Jordan Poyer, Trey White, even Micah Hyde likely not coming back. This is going to be a big transitional year defensively, even with Bobby Babbage as defensive coordinator. But for me, I think Von Miller really needs to perform well for the Buffalo Bills to be successful this year. You flash back to last year in 2023, we had Leonard Floyd, kind of supplementing the loss of Von Miller on the outside as that speedier type edge rusher for the Buffalo Bills. Like, yes, I get it. Greg Rousseau, AJ Epinesa are still there for the Bills, going to be balling out for Bills Mafia, but I really believe Von Miller in crunch situations, third and longs, Von Miller really needs to step up for Bills Mafia and capitalize this upcoming season. I mean, if he doesn't record a sack in 2024, it's definitely not a good thing. And the question really arises here, Von Miller, will the Bills really stick it out with Von Miller during the 2024 season, especially if he has a lackluster start? I really foresee him being on this team for the upcoming season. Next on my list here, and I think we really need to eye this up, is actually the running back position. You really look at James Cook, you look at Ty Johnson, but who else do we really have here? I mean, last year with Latavius Murray, last year with Damian Harris, right? We had some veteran leadership there, and now it's really resting on the shoulders of a James Cook to really step up, and it's resting on the shoulders of Ty Johnson as well as Ray Davis, a young rookie that we brought in. Will these running backs be able to shoulder the load and handle the load out of the running back spot for Bills Mafia in 2024? I mean, we saw it last year with Joe Brady. Clearly, Joe Brady implementing the rushing attack here more so than Brian Dable and Ken Dorsey in years past. So I really think the Bills are going to be relying on running the football with James Cook, Ty Johnson, and as well as Ray Davis. It's going to be very interesting to see how that all shakes out and unfolds. I think these running backs definitely have a lot on their plate and are definitely going to be instrumental for the success of the 2024 Buffalo Bills. And I've been saying it here, the play action I really think is going to open things up for Joe Brady and Josh Allen. I mean, play action, you need to be able to run the ball. You have to have a real live threat at running the football to keep defenses honest. They start buying in, they start stacking that box a little bit, and then all of a sudden it's a play action over the top to our home run hitter, wide receivers like Chase Claypool, Keon Coleman, Mac Hollins, Curtis Samuel. These are the next players on my list here. It's the wide receiver spot. Clearly moving away from Stephon Diggs, who is going to step into that role? Is it going to be Curtis Samuel? Is it going to be even Khalil Shakir? Maybe we see Shakir bump from the slot on the outside, working a little bit more of a rotation. The way I see it here is that the Bills are going to be relying on MVS. They're going to be relying on Chase Claypool, Mac Hollins, Keon Coleman on the perimeter of this offense. And yes, of course, Curtis Samuel, Khalil Shakir, as well as Dalton Kincaid are also really top-notch receiving targets for Josh Allen. So again, really like looking at it, the wide receivers, like who's ultimately going to step up for the Buffalo Bills? I mean, Curtis Samuel working with Joe Brady before in the past. I think Joe Brady knows exactly what Curtis Samuel is fully capable of. I view a Curtis Samuel almost like a hybrid type player between an Isaiah McKenzie and also like a Stephon Diggs. I mean, Curtis Samuel, he's got the speed. I'd say he's probably just as fast as Isaiah McKenzie. He could do the jet sweeps. He could run the ball out of the backfield, all of which we saw from Isaiah McKenzie Even last year, we saw Stephon Diggs line up out of the running back spot under Joe Brady. So I think that is going to be Curtis Samuel's role, to try to supplement Stephon Diggs' role in this offense. And then we have some home run hitters on the outside. Curtis Samuel, with the speed, he could still hit the home run. But MVS, Mac Hollins, Chase Claypool, Keon Coleman, bigger, taller, physical, still fast enough wide receivers to take the top off defenses, to stretch them vertically, and then a Curtis Samuel to stretch them horizontally. Just going to open up the creases in zone coverage. It's going to open up Joe Brady's offense tremendously for guys like Shakir, like Kincaid, like Dawson Knox. So I'm really, really hyped up about all that. And furthermore, going back to the defensive side of the football, a number player that we really need to keep our eyes on here is Kaiir Elam. Kaiir Elam, with a new defensive back coach, looking for a resurgence in his career. Clearly like a top round pick for the Buffalo Bills, another first round cornerback for the Bills, but was beat out by Christian Benford. And then we bring in and trade for Rasul Douglas. Those guys, to me, are probably the solidified starters for the Buffalo Bills going into 2024, unless Kaiir Elam really steps up. And we see it, at time to time, we lose a cornerback. And you look throughout the McDermott era, and I think, it's very rare to go through the whole season with all your starting cornerbacks for every single game. So I think there is still an importance for Kaiir Elam to step up in 2024 in case there is an injury to Douglas, to Christian Benford. I mean, both of which got injured last year for the Bills and ultimately came back. And then Taron Johnson is there. We have Cam Lewis as well, who is also brought back. And I know a lot of you are going to be looking at the safety position. Clearly, no Micah Hyde, no Jordan Poyer. It's going to be very interesting to see how this all really, really shakes out. I know Taylor Rapp is going to be an instrumental piece for the Bills, having a year under his belt under McDermott and Bobby Babich. I think that's a huge piece for the Bills. We got some other safeties there as well, like Harrison, who we just brought in. Someone is going to have to step up. But I really think it all really hinges on Von Miller. It hinges on this running back room with James Cook, Ray Davis, and Ty Johnson. It really hinges on these wide receivers that we all brought on: Keon Coleman, MVS, Chase Claypool, Mac Hollins, Curtis Samuel. Who's going to step up for the Bills? And then the defensive backs, Kaiir Elam, Christian Benford, Rasul Douglas, are all going to be huge instrumental pieces for the success of the 2024 Buffalo Bills. But if you guys enjoyed this video, I deeply appreciate it if you hit like and subscribe. That's how you're going to support me for keeping this channel alive and creating videos just like this. Also, check the link in the description below. You guys could check out the BNC chicken wing merch. You guys could get free shipping, sizes small all the way up to 5XL. Also, I landed my full-time job in 2024 going through a company called Course Careers. They offer online certificates and are partnered with companies such as Salesforce, Uber, CVS even, and they will hire you immediately after graduating. Highly recommend checking that out. They have free introduction courses linked in the description below. Appreciate you guys, and go Bills.